wish I had self-controlled myself from singing that song, but over to you, Miss Brittany.
Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Brittany here, and I'm going to help you guys learn about self-control. For the spirit is this week is self-control. And I found this really cool science experiment to help us kind of understand self-control. So what I did is I have a baking sheet or a baking pan, and I put a warm glass of water. Then I have to add a couple drops of liquid soap. One, two, ooh, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, hopefully that's enough. I've never done this before, so we'll see. And then it said I have to add 2 tablespoons of baking soda. So I'm gonna use my baking soda. I'm gonna measure it out. Whoop! Good thing I have this pan. I am making a mess. Come on, baking. Ooh. 1 and 2. Okay, so I have water that I wouldn't want to drink because it doesn't smell and it probably won't taste good. But we are going to use vinegar, and vinegar is going to represent someone that doesn't have self-control. So self-control is kind of like when you smell warm, chocolate, gooey cookies and you want to eat them right away, but they just came out of the oven and they're so hot. And if you don't have self-control and you eat one, you'll burn your tongue. Or if you put your favorite candy on your tongue and you hold it on your tongue and they say, don't eat it, you have to wait. And they sit there and you see the candy on your tongue and you want to eat it, it takes self-control not to eat it. And it's just like with our words. We have to think and make sure we don't say something mean or even do something mean. We have to stop and say, is that kind? And that gives us self-control. So if we don't have self-control, this is what would happen. And let's see what will happen. It made a huge mess. It went the wrong way. It went a different direction. That's not what it's supposed to do. So, for us to have self-control, we should pray and ask God to help us, give us some self-control, because we're not perfect and we make mistakes. That's so true. But for us, we need to pray and ask God to help us show some self-control, especially during this time, especially when we're stuck in the house and it's so hard, but we need to demonstrate self-control. All right, over to you, Miss Caitlin.
Thank you, Miss Brittany. That was a wonderful object lesson on self-control. So, guys, today we're talking about self-control. I wonder who that could be. Let's go see. All right, guys, I wonder who it could be.
Miss Caitlin, come quick.
Why? What's wrong?
I got too much cheese.
Oh, no, not cheese, guys.
Quick,
Okay,
come with it.
I'm coming. We're coming. Oh, my goodness, Louie. How much cheese did you buy?
Well, I needed the 2.5 pounds of mozzarella for all my pizzas.
Oh,
Okay?
man.
You
Okay.
follow? You got
Uh-huh.
it? Okay, and then I needed the 2.5 pounds of the sharp cheddar for my quesadillas.
Your quesadillas.
I gotta have quesadillas during the day, Miss Caitlin.
yeah.
And then I needed the Windschulas for my crackers.
Okay.
And then I needed the Colby Jack for my omelets. And then I needed all this other extra cheese so I can just stuff my face.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Whoa,
I forgot there was a plastic bag there, Miss Caitlin. Oh.
Louie.
Yeah.
You have got to practice some self-control with your cheese.
But
Do you know what self-control means?
It
means controlling yourself. You can't eat all this cheese in one day.
I bet you I could. Why don't watch me go? Look, I'll eat it with the plastic bag.
Louie! Say
What?
no to the cheese. Oh my goodness, Louie. You have got to practice some self-control. What are you thinking? If you eat all this cheese, you're going to have a stomach ache, Louie. Don't you guys think he's going to get a tummy ache if he eats all this cheese in one day?
I wonder if that's why my stomach hurts sometimes.
Probably, Louie. Have you been eating this much cheese your whole life?
Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm a mouse.
Well, Louie, we can help you with self-control. You know, it's okay to eat some cheese, but it's not okay to eat cheese all the time, and the only thing you eat is cheese.
But Miss Caitlin, how do I exercise self-control if all I want is cheese?
Well, that is a good question, because sometimes all I want is cookies.
With cheese.
Oh, no. You don't put cheese on cookies. That's weird.
I do all the time.
Oh, boy. Louie! Again with the cheese! So, the cool thing about self-control, boys and girls, this is the trick. It's called self-control, but you don't have to do it by yourself.
I don't?
No, you know, the Bible says, where one can be overpowered, two can defend themselves, but a strand of 3 cords is not easily broken. That's found in Ecclesiastes 4. So do you know what that means?
What?
So, it's pretty hard to say no to yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
Just by yourself.
All I say is yes, 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 more cheese, more cheese, more cheese, more cheese.
Well, Louie, what if I helped you say no? What if I helped you say, okay, in moderation, you can have a little bit of cheese now. Would that be a little bit helpful?
What is moderation?
That means you can still eat cheese, but you just can't eat... How many pounds do you have here?
It's like
1,
maybe
2, 10,
5.
10,
10. Okay.
I think you're about 10 pounds of cheese here. You can't eat 10 pounds of cheese in one day.
I guess that is a little much.
So, it does get hard to say no to yourself. So even when you do have a friend to help you, it's still hard. But sometimes we can ask God to help us too. And God will help us say no to ourselves too, even when we want those things. So Louie,
yes.
I've got a great idea.
What?
How about I get you a small bowl of cheese, a nice bowl of cheese, and not 10 pounds of cheese, and you come and hear our story.
Well, that sounds great.
All right, we're going to have a story for you on self-control.
Hey guys, so we're going to read this book together, and this is a fun book. It's called If Everybody Did by Joanne Stover. And this book just talks a little bit about self-control and what would happen if everybody did the thing you did and what our world would look like. And it's kind of a fun book about teaching us about self-control and how maybe we do something different and we don't do the things that everybody did.
If Everybody Did by Joanne Stover.
If everybody did. Whoa. When there's only one, that's just somebody. But when there's more than one, and one, and one, and more, that's everybody. Did you ever think what would happen if everybody did things like made tracks, came in the house with their muddy footprints? This is what would happen if everybody did. If we didn't show self-control, and everybody didn't show self-control, and everyone forgot to take off their muddy boots. Oh my gosh, look at the house. There's mud everywhere. Oh my goodness. Spill a tack. So if you dropped a pin on the ground or a tack and you didn't pick them up and everybody did it, oh my gosh. This is what would happen if everybody did. They've got pokes everywhere. Pull off a flower bud. So have you ever walked by somebody's yard and their flowers just look so beautiful you just want to pick them? I've done that before. It looks so beautiful and you just want to pick them, but you can't pick them because if everybody picked those flowers, you'd have a field with no flowers. We have to practice self-control not to pick those beautiful flowers even though they're so pretty. Jump in the mud. Ooh, I've got a little girl who loves muddy puddles. And that's okay because muddy puddles are awesome. But sometimes there's a time and place for it. And the time and place is definitely not on a Sunday morning. Look at all their church clothes. Oh my goodness, they're all muddy. This is what would happen if everybody did. Can you imagine us going to church and everybody's clothes look like that because they jumped in the muddy puddles? Slam the door. Oh, you got to practice self-control when you're upset and you're angry and you feel like slamming that door. And what would happen if everybody slammed the door? The door fell down. Oh my goodness. Eventually the door just gave up. Stomped and roared. If everybody stomped and roared and got angry and didn't use self-control to not get angry, look what would happen. They'd stomp right through their ceiling. They stomped so hard. What if everybody squeezed the cat or was ungentle with their animals and didn't practice self-control? I know it's hard to do. Sometimes our cats and our animals are just so squishy, but we have to practice self-control. Or else our cat might look like this. This is what happens if everybody did it. Oh my goodness, look at that cat. Forget your hat. Ooh, we gotta slow down and be patient and get that hat on for the snow. This is what would happen if everybody did. Look at their frozen icicle hair. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of frozen icicle hair. Stepped on Daddy's feet. You stomped on your daddy's feet. And everybody did. Oh, poor Daddy. He's got flat feet. Keep changing your seat. You could never decide what chair to sit in. You practiced no self-control and you just kept getting up out of your seat, out of your seat, out of your seat, out of your seat, and had no self-control. Look at everybody. Out of their seat, out of their seat. This is what had happened if everybody did. Make a smudge. So if you started putting mud and finger painting on the house and you didn't practice self-control, look at your house. This is what would happen if everybody did. Oh man. What if you eat all the fudge? Ooh, eat all the cookies, eat all the fudge. Or even like our friend today, Louie, who was eating all the cheese, huh? Oh, you'd get a bellyache. This is what would happen if everybody did. We ate all the candy in the world. We'd all have tummy aches. Make a big splash. Ooh, I love to make a big splash. But there's a time and a place, and outside is better, or a swimming pool. Because if you did it in your sink, look at your house. Gotta practice that self-control. This is what would happen if everybody did. Mash your hash. Oh man, she's got mashed potatoes and she's mashing it, playing with her food, not practicing self-control and playing with her food. And look at everybody. If everybody did, oh my goodness, they've got food everywhere. They mashed their hash all over their head. Climb too high. Ooh, we definitely need to practice self-control and not climb on things, huh? Look at if everybody did it. Oh my goodness, this is what would happen if everybody did it. Ah, people are falling, getting hurt. That's not good. Always cry. You always cry. You're crying and we practice no self-control. Look at everybody doing it. Everybody's crying. Put toys on the stairs. Ooh, if you leave your things places, no self-control, you're leaving things all around. Gotta put your things away. This is what would happen if everybody did. Oh, everybody's falling and tripping. Hop over the chair. Well, that could be fun. But what would happen if everybody did it? Ah! They piled up. Drop your cup. Well, sometimes accidents happen, but if you dropped it on purpose, that could be bad. And this is what would happen if everybody dropped their cup all the time. Lots of broken cups. Stayed up. Ooh, sometimes it's hard to have self-control to stay in bed when you've been told to go to sleep and you want to get up because you're hungry or you're thirsty or you have to use the bathroom or you have to brush your teeth again or you just want to play. It's so hard when you want to stay up, but sometimes self-control means we got to stay in that bed and go to sleep and rest our head, huh? This is what would happen if we all never slept. Look at them. They're all so tired. Look at this. It looks like the grandpa has no glasses on. He's so sleepy.
But when there is one who leaves no tracks, who doesn't use tacks, who smells a bud, who steps over the mud, who shuts the door, who doesn't roar, who pats the cat, who puts on his hat, one who dresses daddy's feet, one who likes her seat, one who doesn't smudge, one who has a little fudge, one who gets the splash in the glass, one who eats her hash, one who doesn't climb high, one who tries not to cry, one who peeks around the chair, one who takes toys off the stairs, one who sets down his cup, and one who doesn't stay up. Why, that's everybody. And this is what would happen if everybody did. If we all practiced a little more self-control and we all did it, our world would be a better place, right? It would make everybody smile, and it would make God smile too. So that's just my fun, silly book on self-control. All right, guys, so that was my fun little book on self-control. And different things we do can make our world a better place, right? Or different things we don't do, right? So go this week and practice self-control. And in the link below, I shared a game. And a game is a great way to practice self-control in taking turns and patience and following the rules. And it's a great practice for self-control, no matter what game you play. So play a game this week. Have a good time. As always, I miss you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye.